Hey, what's going on guys? Arekkz here, welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and this time we are back talking about more weapons, and this time it is one of my favourites. It's the sword and shield. You guys know me, there are two weapons above all else that I absolutely adore, the sword and shield and the charge blade, and I really like what they're doing with sword and shield. There are some very spicy looking moves in this, and I definitely want to learn more. So, in this video, we're going to go and break down everything we've seen, so if you guys do enjoy this, like would be super appreciated, comment down below, let me know what you think, and of course, don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future Monster Hunter content, because there's going to be a lot of it, and I'm going to E3 in a couple of weeks, and I'm hoping to go hands-on with the game there, so you can expect lots of spicy stuff. But let's turn our attention to the very beginning of the video. As always, the hunter starts by unsheathing their weapon, and before we start speaking about the sword and shield, we of course get a look at the Rathian Master Rank gear for the male. Actually looks really cool, and also an upgraded version of the Gyros sword and shield. Again, it's kind of unfortunate to see that it does still have that kind of half iron, half monster part thing. I guess it must just be a design decision they kind of went with in Monster Hunter World, or maybe it's one of those ones where we just haven't seen the crazy weapons yet. Maybe they're just keeping that stuff. Maybe it's a card they've held close to their chest. Honestly, we don't know right now, but still, even though it is kind of half iron, it's actually quite a cool looking sword and shield. I like the actual shape of the shield, I like the coating on the blade, so it's still kind of cool. But if we then go back to the very beginning of the trailer, just after the sword is drawn, we of course have the little kind of weapon showcase to begin with, and it starts off with, yo, this move is so incredibly awesome, right? I'm going to coin the term Clawyuken. It is basically a Shoryuken with the claw. You see the hunter slide forward, go into its animation, launch up into the sky with the claw, and as you'll see later on in this video, that can then grapple onto the monster. But what I want to do is just go back for a second, because pay attention to the animation. The actual animation for this is so clean. The hunter starts sliding, passes the sword from the main hand into the shield hand to free up the hand, deploys the claw, and then goes into the Clawyuken. At which point they then land, and he then grabs the sword back. Like, that is so stylish. Sword and shield is a very stylish weapon, alright? But yo, that's clean. Of course, after that, it then shows that the sword and shield is, of course, using the slinger shot, and it then goes from the slinger shot into a jumping attack. Now, they did mention that, of course, because in World, sword and shield was the only weapon that could use the slinger with the weapon drawn, they said that given that all weapons can do that now, sword and shield will be getting something extra. Not entirely sure what that is just yet, but either way, that was kind of cool, going from that shot into a jumping slice. I just love how agile this weapon looks, so, yo, I'm ready. Of course, after that, we get a quick look at the title screen showing off the female version of the Rathian armor. But if we then turn our attention to the first of the three clips, the first one is just showing off that the sword and shield, of course, grapples onto Legiana's face, performs the typical signature grapple move. Again, every single weapon can grapple onto the monster. They'll all have some kind of move, and of course, in doing this, you are then able to farm slinger ammo from the monster, and in the process, you're also actually weakening the spot of the monster. This was something we discovered yesterday from some of the Japanese media, that there's more to this grapple than simply just grappling on and doing that. You can actually kind of create weak spots that then subsequent attacks will do more damage. So that's going to be incredibly interesting. But the second scene is where we see the Clawyuken in action, and it looks like it's something you can do off the back of a roll. You'll see the hunter rolls, they then go straight into the Clawyuken animation. He launches up, grapples onto Legiana's face, and from that point, instead of actually attacking, they fire off the slinger ammo. That then sends Legiana hurtling into the ground, so it looks like it's pretty powerful. I mean, I appreciate they're going to kind of make it look, you know, meaty in this, but that's pretty cool. The fact that you can kind of just go up, grapple on, fire off into their face, knock them on the floor, and then, of course, open them up for more damage. But this next shot, now this is really interesting. So, obviously, on the UK versions of these videos, they have some additional voiceover. It gives you some context, and they explain that the sword and shield has new clutch claw combos and general combos as well if you get the timing correct. And there's a lot of stuff here. If you watch it in full speed, you might actually kind of miss what happens. So we're going to try and break this down into the steps we see, because the animation, again, for this attack is really cool. So it starts off with the hunter firing a slinger shot to knock Legiana out of the sky. Following on from there, we then see that jumping attack. The blade is held backwards. The hunter jumps forwards and slices with the blade. At that point, we then see a red glow around the sword and shield. Now that's kind of akin to what we've seen in the past with, say, the charged jumping slash, only there's obviously not the back hop this time. So it looks like there's some kind of mechanic whereby, you know, obviously it's going to be input based. I don't know what that is, but there's some kind of mechanic where you can follow up. You see this little glow on the shield. The hunter then goes into this big overhead swipe. Following on from that, there's a wide swipe. And then there's a second charge where the hunter actually performs this uppercut smack with the shield. And then going from there, they then go into another glow where they jump, perform this stab into Legiana's face, holding onto there, and then from that point, they're then able to kick off and perform this final kind of wide overhead sweeping attack. So there's quite a lot of moves to try and sort of break down there. And again, until I can actually go hands-on with it, we're not really going to know how that actually plays out. But there's quite a lot of different things, quite a lot of different like opportunities in there. And the fact that we've seen these kind of multiple glows, it might be one of those things where there's opportunities mid-combo to kind of hold an input to like charge this extra version. So, yo, that's going to be really cool. Also, you know, if it works in a similar manner to, say, the back hop, I wonder if there's going to be any sort of invulnerability frames in there. But either way, that short combo string, there's so much going on there that I cannot wait to see just what happens. And also, I'm really kind of excited as well because I just want to like mess around with Sword and Shield. Like, it's one of my favorite weapons, and in World right now, one of the kind of main combos for Sword and Shield is, of course, the jumping, falling bash attack, because, you know, it's where you kind of get a lot of damage, unless you're doing elemental stuff, in which case you obviously have the quick attacks. So it'd be nice if there's sort of, you know, some more extensive combos, some different ways to play, that just doesn't involve you always having to kind of just jump up and smash down with your shield. So, very excited, looks very cool, but for the time being, that's what we have on Sword and Shield. So as always, don't forget to keep it locked. We've got plenty more Monster Hunter World videos coming your way, and of course, as and when they release more, I'll bring you guys the information as quickly as possible. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and also click on the little bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss my next upload. Also, don't forget, you can check out 269 and Paradise Central streaming over on Twitch 6 days a week. You can find a link to the multi-stream in the description box down below. Be sure to drop by and get involved. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.